Today Show interviews, Yahoo News features, major podcast appearances. And it all started with me personally packing plain cardboard boxes and driving to my neighborhood post office with arms full of packages. Today, I'm sharing this full Pretty Set Go story, how I pivoted from a 7-state beauty app to a subscription box business in a matter of days when COVID hit. Plus, I'm going to give you the 3 specific steps that I used to incorporate meditation, visualization, and intention setting that you can use in your own business and life to complete what I call the 80% rule. Because sometimes your imperfect action is someone else's unanswered prayer. Welcome to the Manifest and Chill podcast. I'm your host, Tracy Ftacek, where we dive in each week to chat about how high-achieving women can release the need to be perfect and find peace, drop the hustle without giving up their ambitions, and manifest the life they truly desire. I'm a certified manifestation and visualization coach with a rich and exhausting background as a serial entrepreneur and tech founder who is obsessed with teaching women how to manifest the life they desire and chill the fuck out in the process. Let's dive in. Well, hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome back to another episode of the Manifest and Chill podcast. And we are in the month of October. Our entire month of October is the Permission to Pause series on peace over perfection. And this is episode 3, and this is the one where I want to talk about you don't have to have it all perfect in order to make the right decisions and launch your business. I call it the 80% rule. And last week, we talked about balancing meditation with strategy. And so many of you reached out saying, I needed to hear this, or I've been stuck in spiritual bypassing without taking any sort of action. So today we're talking about something that might make your perfectionist brain want to run and hide, the 80% rule. And what I mean by the 80% rule, launch when you're 80% ready instead of waiting for 100% perfect. And before you start spiraling about quality and reputation and what will people think, let me tell you a story about how launching at 80% didn't just save my business, it saved my entire team's livelihoods during the worst crisis we'd ever faced. So look back, March 2020, COVID had just shut down the world, and I was watching my business, The Pretty Convenient, a beauty tech app that provided on-location hair and makeup services, disappear overnight. We were operating in 7 states. I had multiple team members in each location, and I had created what I thought was the most supportive system in the beauty industry. It was an industry disruptor, let's just say that. My stylists and makeup artists were paid guaranteed rates per service, not commission, so they had steady, reliable income, no platform fees, no membership costs for them. I provided all the hair and makeup kits, products, tools, and equipment so they wouldn't have to invest their own money, and even free training on all of the offered services to ensure consistency for clients, and they even received mileage reimbursements. Quite revolutionary, and I'm very proud of it, I have to say. And then everything stopped. No in-person events, all salons shuttered by government orders, our entire revenue stream, it was gone in a matter of days. But here's what I noticed immediately. And think back yourself. People were still jumping on Zoom calls, still wanted to look their best, and they had no idea what products to use or how to apply them at home. So I started getting messages from clients asking, what do I do? What should I use? How do I get professional quality hair and makeup products? At the very same time, I was watching my team, these incredible artists who built their lives around not only steady income from my platform, but for the salons and spas that they worked in on the days when they weren't working for me, and suddenly facing financial uncertainty. So I made a decision that my perfectionist brain would have talked me out of if I'd given it time to think. This was time to respond to what was happening around me. I was going to create Pretty Set Go, a subscription box service with virtual styling sessions. Now, let me be clear about what I didn't have figured out. I had never shipped physical products before. I didn't understand the postal system. I had no branded packaging. I had no idea how to source products at scale for something like this. And I had never run a subscription business model. If I had waited to be 100% ready, I would have needed to, and as we do with any business, research shipping logistics for months, design and order custom packaging, build relationships with product vendors, create a perfect subscription platform, and then test everything extensively. But the beauty industry couldn't wait. My team couldn't wait for me to figure all that out. So I launched at 80%. And here's what 80% looked like. I asked my app developers to quickly add 2 features: virtual styling sessions via video chat and an in-app store where clients could purchase professional salon quality products. For the first month, I just watched. I monitored what clients were buying, what my artists were recommending, and then I saw patterns. Every single thing you do in business and life leaves a pattern behind. The top requests, the products that kept selling out. Then I created the subscription boxes based on those patterns. The first boxes, I could probably actually say they were ugly. They were plain cardboard with a sticker logo that I had ordered off of Sticker Mule, which I don't even know if they're in business any longer. I hope they are. They're a great company. Shout out to Sticker Mule. Happy to get sponsored. I don't have any sponsors for my podcast, but why not? I was literally creating instruction cards in Canva and printing them on cardstock from my home computer. I was using products from my current retail stock, and I personally packaged every single item in every single box, loaded them into my car, and drove to my neighborhood post office every few days with arms full of packages. I had to research shipping rates while I was already shipping. I had to learn postal regulations while packages were in transit. And let me tell you, 1 inch either way makes a huge deal on whether it's profit or loss on that package. I was figuring out product sourcing while customers were waiting for their next box. But here's the thing, it worked. And not only did it work, it caught wildfire. Team members who participated never missed a paycheck. I am very proud of that one. My team was paid the entire shutdown during the pandemic. And may I explain, I'm based in Illinois. So Illinois was one of the many states that I had team in that was closed down or shuttered these services for an extended period of time. We're looking 7 to 8 months. Independent beauty professionals could create a second stream through our affiliate program. Clients who were getting the professional guidance they desperately needed. And the media took notice. I was interviewed by the Today Show twice, Yahoo News, and multiple other outlets that if I listed them all, you would recognize. If you're interested in seeing the list, pop over to my website. The link's in the show notes, tracyftacek.com. It's listed in there. I was invited as a guest on major beauty industry podcasts and social media channels. And here's what I know for certain. If I had waited to be 100% ready, we would have gone out of business. While I was shipping plain boxes with homemade cards, my competitors were still in planning mode. While I was learning the postal system in real time, they were researching the perfect shipping solution. While I was getting customer feedback and iterating on what I had already created, they were building the ideal platform. We were one of the very first subscription box models to offer virtual online video lessons for free when you purchased one of our boxes. The 80% rule isn't about being sloppy or careless. I still have standards. We all should have standards. It's about understanding that perfectionism is the enemy of progress. And progress is what keeps you in business. Your 80% is far better, my friend, than someone else's 100%. Because your 80% exists in the real world, serving real people, solving real problems. So after I've shared all this with you, how do you implement the 80% rule? I know you're asking that question. And how do you do it without losing your mind? How do you launch imperfectly while staying connected to your vision and values? Here are 3 steps to incorporate meditation, visualization, and intention setting into your 80% launches. And they're the things that I implemented as I was building this business over those 7 to 8 months. And might I also share, this is when I really started anchoring in to meditation, visualization, and intention setting, and seeing how it could help a business massively scale. So step 1, get your pen and paper ready, or pull out your notes portion of your phone. The vision anchor meditation. Here's what I ask. Before you launch anything, spend 10 minutes in meditation. Connect to your why this matters. Not the perfect version of it, not the final outcome, but what's the core purpose? Ask yourself, who am I serving with this imperfect action? How will this help them even if it's not perfect? When I was packing those plain boxes, I would visualize the woman opening it. Maybe a busy female entrepreneur, a mom trying to look professional on a work call, someone doing the most amazing pitch to receive funding for their business so it wouldn't go under during this time period in life. Or an artist who hadn't worked in months but finally having products to recommend to their clients. That vision anchored me when the imperfection felt overwhelming. Step 2, intention setting for iteration. Set the intention that this launch is not your final destination. It's data collection. And I always say this, everything we experience in life, the good and the ugly, it's all data that we collect to be more potent as we execute decisions down the road. Each imperfect launch will teach you something you couldn't learn in planning mode. Those plain boxes taught me which products customers loved most. That home printer taught me what information was actually essential on the instruction cards. Before you launch, set this intention. I am launching to learn, not to be perfect. I'm going to say that again. Let's help this land. I'm launching to learn, not to be perfect. Step 3, visualization for course correction. After you launch, use visualization to process what you're learning and adjust accordingly. Spend 5 minutes each evening visualizing how you could improve based on, and here's the key, real customer feedback. Not based on your perfectionist fears, but based on actual data. This will keep you responsive to reality instead of reactive to anxiety. Here's what I want you to understand. Our brain is wired. It is scientifically proven. Our brain is wired to only think of ways to protect yourself. Your perfectionist brain thinks it's protecting you by making you wait until everything is flawless. But it's actually putting you at risk by keeping you out of the market while opportunities pass you by. The 80% rule is about courage, not carelessness. It's about trusting that you can figure it out as you go, that your customers would rather have an imperfect solution now than a perfect solution never. So what are you waiting to launch until it's perfect? What opportunity is slipping away while you're planning? What if 80% ready is actually 100% brave? If this resonated with you at all, I want to share something I've created specifically for women who are tired of living in emergency mode, who are done with the perfectionist trap that keeps them stuck. And it's called Peace Over Perfection. It's my 10-day audio transformation designed for women who need change that fits their actual life. Every morning for 10 days, you'll receive from me a 10-minute audio with a daily mantra to rewire your everything is urgent thinking, a 3-minute breath work and meditation that literally changes your brain's chemistry, and my voice is guiding you back to calm, confident leadership. This isn't meditation where you have to sit still, because I know you can't. This isn't journaling that takes forever. I know you won't. This is designed for you to listen while getting ready, during your commute, or in those precious 10 minutes before your day explodes. Next week, we're wrapping up our Peace Over Perfection series with a challenge. This is where I'm going to give you a concrete framework for implementing everything we've covered this month. If you're ready to stop waiting for perfect and start taking that action, the link for Peace Over Perfection is in the show notes. And it's a deal breaker. It's just $8 because I believe transformation shouldn't be another thing you have to save up for. So remember, my beautiful friends, your 80% ready is someone else's answered prayer. Don't let perfectionism rob the world of what you have to offer. I'll see you next week for our series finale with our newest challenge for Peace Over Perfection. Until then, have a beautiful week. I love you all so much. If you found value in this podcast, I would be greatly grateful if you would leave me a review or send me a DM over on Instagram so we can talk a little bit about how it landed and what really hit for you.